Both Anbi and Miyabi have been on opposing sides of the meta spectrum, but with new kit changes and matchups, players are starting to question everything they thought they knew about Miyabi. While Miyabi is by no means any weaker than she was before, Hoyo's attempts at weakening her have become very noticeable. But if Hoyo could have done this the entire time, how did she last this long? Well, the answer is simple, it's her dual typing. Miyabi is the only anomaly character in the game that can be built like a crit character, allowing her kit to be easily malleable into different endgame archetypes. You want to benefit from the crit buffs on rotation? Well, just build her as crit. Oh, are there anomaly buffs on rotation right now? Well, just build her for anomaly. She had both options. Okay, but if she's so universally applicable, why is she falling off so badly? Well, the answer is Hoyoverse. Hoyo has created problems on purpose to make Miyabi weaker. They've reduced the amount of anomaly slow bosses on rotation, increased the maximum anomaly bar, while simultaneously creating buffs to benefit different archetypes, leaving Miyabi less than optimal into those manufactured issues. While Miyabi on paper is still a great character, Hoyo is trying to spice up the meta by making her weaker and making her counterparts stronger. So given Miyabi's falling off, who's gonna take her mantle? Well, the answer is obvious, it's Yushuan. Yushuan's effectiveness is not ignorable. She's great into the heightened defense meta, has gotten new teammates introduced to her, and she seems to be the perfect counter into every single new boss. Having trouble with a boss that has a lot of defense? Well, she ignores defense entirely. New rupture buffs on rotation? Well, she's the best beneficiary. Hoyoverse has intentionally made an environment where Yushuan can succeed. The compatibility with endgame content makes her the best DPS in the entire game, trumping Miyabi in this current meta. But there's one secret meta that's been developed since before 2.0 that's only getting stronger over time, that being the Aftershock meta. With the increase in off-field agent archetypes, they're all looking for one captain to lead the charge, and the current best option in that meta is Anbi. You see, Anbi before the buffs was a pretty strong character, but her quality of life was freaking terrible. Your dodge counter would miss very often, she'd randomly lose track of the enemies, and her crowd control was reasonably disappointing, but her damage was always there. But it seems Hoyoverse didn't know about that last variable, because not only did they fix the quality of life, they increased her damage by ridiculous amounts, solidifying her as the best Aftershock driver in the entire game. Players all around the world have seen a massive increase in their scores after the Anbi buffs, warranting her a definitive tier increase. With Anbi being significantly stronger, it's clear the meta is shifting violently. But there's one new character that solidifies a certain new class, and her name is Lucia. Not only does she enable the entire Rupture role to be stronger, the Rupture class just happens to be a very good role into the current meta, as buffs and new enemies seem to be favoring Rupture agents a lot more. So naturally, a character that can enable this archetype will make Rupture even stronger, thereby rationalizing Prydwen's T0 placement. Now there's one major move that Prydwen suddenly made out of nowhere, that being Jufufu's upgrade to T0. Before this, Prydwen was acting like Jufufu needed Yushuan to succeed, while blatantly ignoring her kit is applicable to multiple team archetypes, boosting both crit damage and uncapping your decibels. These great buffs combined with off-field stunning capabilities warrant Jufufu's high placement. With Anbi's Aftershock enablement, Jufufu's applicability, and Lucia's Rupture buffing, it's safe to say their high tier status is completely warranted. But with every winner comes a complete fraud, so who are the agents currently on Fraud Watch? Starting with Lighter. While Lighter is still extremely strong, recently there haven't been much chill bosses for his character archetype, leading to Prydwen stating he's allegedly lost dominance. And to be honest, I'd have to agree. With the addition of new bosses, it's become completely diluted, leading to a chill boss being on rotation significantly less often. So no, Lighter hasn't gotten any weaker, and he certainly hasn't gotten power crept. The meta is simply changing. But there's no agent that's been hit worse than Ellen Jo. Despite getting a buff recently, she's just been overshadowed by her better ice counterparts. Some people are stating that Miyabi being nerfed is also affecting Ellen, but some people are also challenging that sentiment, so for now I won't confirm it. But it's safe to say, given the new environment, Ellen simply just doesn't fit. The heightened defense values and no real tool to help her just make her a lot less valuable, leading to her being put on the Fraud Watch list. But there's one agent with the fraud marker that really surprised me, and no, it's not Miyabi, I'll get to her soon. It's Zhu Yuan. Now Zhu Yuan is still very strong and she can easily carry endgame content, but the lack of show content for her and lack of new dedicated teammates make her a lot less powerful. Not to mention each one is just simply better equipped for the current meta. The lack of show content for her and existence of better teammates make her a lot less powerful, thereby warranting the fraud watch marker, leading us to the biggest fraud in ZZZ history, Miyabi. Now, unless you're part of my community, you are probably surprised to see this, but what if I told you the hints were already in place? With the addition of the new role and knowledge on Hoyo's problem manufacturing history, I made multiple videos warning the community of this becoming a reality, and sure enough, it came true. Miyabi simply isn't applicable as well as she used to be in the Rupture meta, and with her boss's off-rotation, she simply can't be a T0 character anymore, thereby rationalizing her going on the fraud watch list. Not because of power creep or because she's any weaker. No, the current meta simply doesn't support her as well as it used to, leading her to a deserved downfall. We've seen lots of frauds today, some rising stars, and unsurprising, immovable objects. But one thing I do enjoy seeing is your love and support on my new live streams. Thank you for the additional 68 members you provided for our community. We very much appreciate you guys. Shout out to my YouTube members and Discord boosters. That's about it. Peace out.